Every game begins with a bounce. But basketball's first bounce started more than a century ago, and its echo still shakes the world. It's more than a sport. It's a story of struggle, creativity, equality, and dreams. From ancient rituals played for the gods, to modern arenas filled with millions of fans. This is the incredible journey of how basketball became the soul of modern sport. Every game begins with a bounce. But basketball's first bounce started more than a century ago, and its echo still shakes the world. It's more than a sport. It's a story of struggle, creativity, equality, and dreams. From ancient rituals played for the gods to modern arenas filled with millions of fans. This is the incredible journey of how basketball became the soul of modern sport. Long before the invention of basketball, ancient people around the world were already chasing, passing, and protecting a ball. In Mesoamerica, around 2500 BC, the Olmec, Maya, and Aztec civilizations played a sacred game called Olamalistli, or Puktapak. The players used a heavy rubber ball, weighing up to 4 kilos, and had to strike it through a vertical stone ring without using hands or feet. It was not just a game, it was a ceremony of life and death. The court, shaped like an eye, symbolized the path between heaven and the underworld. Winners were celebrated as heroes, sometimes even offered as sacrifices to please the gods, believed to bring rain, crops, and victory in battle. Across the ocean, in ancient China, soldiers played kuju, literally meaning kickball. It trained discipline, teamwork, and endurance, the ancestors of team sports. In Greece and Rome, games like episkiros and harpastum involve passing a ball between teams, testing strength, speed, and cooperation. These ancient contests had one thing in common. They connected body, spirit, and community. That same spirit would one day rise again, in a brand new form, basketball. The year was 1891. In the cold town of Springfield, Massachusetts, students at the YMCA International Training School were restless. Their physical education teacher, Dr. James Naismith, wanted to invent a new indoor game, something energetic, skillful, yet safe. Inspired by childhood games like Duck on a Rock, he nailed 2 peach baskets to the gym balcony, used a soccer ball, and wrote down 13 basic rules. Among them, no running with the ball, no rough contact, and score by throwing the ball into the opponent's basket. On December 21, 1891, the first basketball game in history was played. 9 players on each side. The final score? 1-0. That single point marked the birth of a global phenomenon. When the game ended, Naismith quietly wrote in his journal, "A new game is born today. I'm sure it will go far." He had no idea how far. By 1893, basketball had reached France, England, China, and India, carried by YMCA missionaries and teachers. The game's simplicity, just a ball and 2 hoops, made it perfect for anyone, anywhere. In 1893, the first women's basketball game took place at Smith College, led by Senda Berenson, who modified Naismith's rules for female players. By 1904, basketball appeared as a demonstration sport at the St. Louis Olympic Games, and in 1936, Berlin, it became official. Ironically, that Olympic final was played outdoors in heavy rain, yet the world fell in love with the rhythm of the game. In the early 1900s, local leagues began forming across the United States. The National Basketball League, NBL, appeared in 1937, and in 1946, the Basketball Association of America, BAA, was founded, which later merged with the NBL in 1949 to create the NBA, National Basketball Association. The 1950s saw pioneers like George McCann, the first dominant big man, who forced rule changes because of his power. Then came Bill Russell, who turned defense into art, winning 11 championships with the Boston Celtics. The game was evolving, faster, smarter, and more inclusive. In 1950, Earl Lloyd broke the color barrier as the first African American to play in the NBA, opening the door for generations of black athletes to shine. The 1970s and 80s became the golden age of basketball. Players like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar dominated with his unstoppable skyhook. Then came two rivals who changed the league forever: Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Their battles were not just about trophies. They reignited America's love for the game. But in the 1990s, one man took basketball beyond sport: Michael Jordan. With 6 NBA titles, unmatched grace, and fierce competitiveness, Jordan became a global icon. Kids across Africa, Asia, and Europe hung posters of him on their walls, whispering, "I want to be like Mike." The NBA's popularity exploded. Basketball was now global culture: fashion, music, movies, even language. By the 2000s, basketball truly belonged to the world. Players like Dirk Nowitzki, Germany; Manu Ginobili, Argentina; Tony Parker, France; and Yao Ming, China, brought international flair. Yao's presence opened the Chinese market. Millions watched every Houston Rockets game. In 2010s and beyond, stars like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greece; Luka Doncic, Slovenia; and Nikola Jokic, Serbia, proved that talent has no borders. Meanwhile, the WNBA, founded 1996, gave women's basketball global visibility, inspiring young girls everywhere to dream just as big. Today, basketball is played in over 200 countries, with more than 450 million players. From small village courts to mega arenas, the game unites people across language, color, and religion. Behind every champion's smile is pain, patience, and perseverance. Basketball teaches what life teaches: you miss, you fall, you try again. It's the boy in Manila shooting into a cracked rim, the girl in Nairobi dribbling on dirt, the old man in Chicago who still shows up to the park every morning. The court is their temple, their therapy, their freedom. And when a player lifts the trophy, the crowd doesn't just see victory. They see years of struggle, sweat, and sacrifice. Today, basketball combines technology, art, and science. Coaches use analytics, cameras, and data to study every move. Players train with AI-powered machines, recovery pods, and nutritionists. Yet the heart of the game remains pure. LeBron James represents longevity and leadership. Stephen Curry reinvented the game with the power of the three-point shot. And the late Kobe Bryant, with his Mamba mentality, taught the world that greatness is built through obsession and discipline. Basketball isn't slowing down, it's evolving. It's in esports, VR, and even space experiments. NASA once tested how the ball behaves in zero gravity. From sacred rituals to global tournaments, from stone rings to glowing scoreboards, basketball has traveled a journey unlike any other. It began with faith, grew with passion, and survives through unity. Because when the ball rises into the air, every heart watching it rises too. It's the story of humanity, of dreaming higher, falling harder, and rising stronger. This is the history of basketball, a story that began with one man, one ball, and one dream, and it will never stop bouncing. Would you like me to now add a section with background music and tone suggestions for each part and visual ideas? What footage, transitions, and effects to use?